Good morning, everybody. It's almost time for mailbag. We're going to move this camera. Hang on. All the kids escape. There's always a pile of Mylar balls outside the door when Port's been out without her kittens because she brings all the Mylar balls to her room and then she just has to leave them at the door. Very cute, though. She's always trying to provide for her family. All right, so mailbag is scheduled to start in about 12 minutes at 10 o'clock, just like always. But I'm warning you in advance, I may be just a few minutes late. I've got a couple things that I still have to take care of before I can get started. So I'm going to try to do it all in 12 minutes. I'm going to go right now, but if I'm late, I apologize. I think we're going to be more or less on time after all. Mailbag. Hey, Mag D. Are you running Mailbag today? Is it a Mailbag day? Come on. Let me have my seat. I never know which way this is supposed to be up. Just guess every time. Guess this way. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. Let's guess that way. Let's turn this around just a little bit there.
Kitten Academy's where you wanna be when you are a cat. On a Saturday, vacant pounds playtime for the mailbag.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Hi. Look, we're back. Okay, hang on one sec. I've got to do one other thing. All part of the plan. Ish. Okay, so I'm gonna do something. This is gonna be a little strange for you and for me. Where's my Rotterdam though? He could help. Roddy? All right. Hi. Yes, I'm a talking head today. I'm going to start out by explaining that, which is we got a letter today in Mailbag, but it was marked not for Mailbag. It was marked as a private communication. But I thought what it had to say was really important, and I need to talk about it for just a minute. Basically, what they wrote in about, what the person wrote in about, was that they're hearing impaired, and it's very difficult and frustrating for them at the beginning of Mailbag when I'm following up on the news of the week, but they can't see my face. And it was a really well worded, well written letter. I think that it was easy to receive the advice that they had because they had written it so nicely. So I'm trying to help out as a little bit. We're not going to do this for the whole Mailbag. But I wanted to start this way for the news, and then we'll switch it off as usual. But I wanted to take a minute to address that and to also catch everybody up on the news of the week, like we always do, with my face on the screen. So apologies for that for anybody who doesn't want that, but we'll try to keep some kittens around too to make it cute. Rotterdam, as I said, would be really helpful here, but he's not here. He loves to be a shoulder cat. Anyway, so first off, the news of the week is Millet has his brace off and seems like he's doing fine. And the doctor said that she thought he was good enough now to not need the brace anymore. And personally, I'm hoping that we find the right adopter for him because there's really not anything at this point to stop him from going home. Although I think I'm going to schedule another X-ray for him to sort of follow up with Dr. Katz and see what she thinks. But that doesn't necessarily need to happen either. If we find the right person right away that wants to get him home, that's fair enough. I also don't know any of the details about adopting the other cats from Dawes, but there's a few of the oranges that he gets along with really well. Sydney is the first one that comes to mind, of course, but he gets along pretty well with most of them. So that's definitely a thing to think about. So, okay. In other news, what else happened this week? I mean, that is kitten related. We had a bit of a scare. I had a bit of a scare where I took basket weave to the emergency room, but it turned out to be nothing. I was just extra worried, extra cautious, and there's really nothing to say about it. It was a big non-starter, which is good. But you'll notice on the weight sheet that an abundance of caution. We're still giving him some antibiotics, and I'm taking his temperature on the regular, and you'll see it's perfectly regular. So everything there is fine. I think that's about it for kitten-related news. I should also mention that our air conditioning down here on the first floor is out right now. It's not working. And thank goodness today's a relatively comfortable day, and we might have a few of those in a row. But if things get to be too warm down here, I've arranged things where we can bring the oranges and the faculty to rooms upstairs that still have air conditioning. So you may notice that happening sometime during the week. I called around for replacements. Thank goodness the people that normally manage our HVAC here are going to send someone out next week to quote us on a replacement. But everybody else that I called locally, I made a lot of calls, aren't even coming out to do estimates, not even coming out to look at anything until like August or September. So, thank goodness the guys that we already have a relationship with are doing more than that for us. What else can I tell you? I guess not much. I had all kinds of things that I wanted to say about the letter that I got and the folks that are hearing impaired, but I never prepare any of this very well, which is one of the things that I wanted to say. Some of the suggestions, one of the reasons the letter was so nice is that the person who wrote it included some very helpful suggestions about things that I could do to address the problem of, and I should say, if I wasn't clear before, the trouble is that the person that wrote in, and probably a lot of other people, are primarily lip readers. And so if they can't see my face, it's very difficult to tell what I'm saying. Hopefully this is helping a little bit. And this was one of the suggestions they made, was at least at the start of Mailbag, where you're going through the news, you could have a camera on your face. I thought that sounds reasonable enough. I can do that. Unfortunately, one of the other suggestions was one of the other problems is also for the close-ups. I can't do this for the close-up videos because I'm just carrying one camera. There's no good way to have another camera on my face. But I thought about it a little bit, and what I probably could do is at the end of the close-up videos, I typically recap or try to recap all the important points that I covered, and I could do that with the selfie camera on. I can try it anyway and see if that works. The other stuff I wanted to mention is all more technical, and it starts with YouTube does automatic captions. So if you don't have YouTube's captions turned on, try turning them on. I know some people don't like to read subtitles, but it might help alleviate the problem, especially for some people who don't do lip reading but are also have some hearing impairment. I know there's a lot of people like that. I'm always getting this question. The bad news about that is that it's unpredictable whether YouTube will do the captions at all, or whether they'll do them in real time like they usually are for the live stream. Or whether you have to go back and then watch it later after the captions turn up. That happens fairly often for the close-ups. Sometimes the close-ups will get captioned as they're going, and in other cases you've got to come back hours later to find the captions there, and I think in some cases they don't show up at all. So I'm sorry about that. We have zero control over it. YouTube used to have a program where the people that watch the videos could type in the subtitles for everybody else. It was brilliant. It was so smart and wonderful, so they discontinued it. That doesn't exist anymore. And theoretically, I could caption them, but I have not got time for another thing on my schedule as much as I would love to. There is one other technological solution that, or maybe kind of solution, an option anyway to think about, which is every modern phone, like my Pixel, or just about anything that runs a recent version of Android, or I think even a recent version of iOS, I think does it as well if you've got an Apple phone. Don't quote me on that. I think they do. But that is, there's a feature now in any modern Android phone where it will automatically caption anything, any video you're watching, anything that you're listening to, your phone calls, things that are around you that you're just hearing in the real world. It can caption all of that. Now, just like the YouTube captions, it's AI. It can be very hit or miss, but it's better than nothing. Speaking of the AI, there is one other option, which is to get on our Discord server, which you get to by joining our Patreon. I know it sounds like I'm shilling. I hate to do that, and I hate for it to sound that way. But to join our Patreon is as low as $1 a month, and once you're in there, that gets you access to the Discord server. And on the Discord server, even if you won't find word for word subtitles, people are discussing it all the time, and people are always happy to say, "What did he just say?" I hear that a lot. "What did he just say? I missed it." People will tell you what he just said, so that's a good way to do it. The reason I thought of that, of course, is that a common source of amusement on the Discord are people that use the YouTube subtitles. Will sometimes post the funnier ones there, because sometimes YouTube just messes things up in a way that is hilarious. For instance, I think it was just this morning, I went in to see Loom, or maybe it was last night. At any rate, recently when I went in to see Loom, apparently as I walked through the door, I meowed at her. She meowed at me, I meowed back at her. I made my sort of meow meow sound. And YouTube subtitled it as though I were greeting, it says, "my wife." Apparently I was calling her my wife in meow meow talk, and only YouTube could figure it out, it's pretty funny actually. So that got posted, and that happens all the time. So it's worth checking out. Just for fun, I'll leave this camera on for our one and only letter. It also has a note on the outside. You can see here that's got this really pretty cat on it. Here. It's got a note on the outside that says, "This was mailed before the kittens were named," so that may be relevant. Let's find out. Another thing that I wanted to say about it, the person who wrote in suggested maybe I was shy about being on camera and gave some very helpful suggestions about how to deal with that, which I thought were wonderful. And maybe I should point some of those out to DJ, but I'm not too shy about being on camera. The thing that I know I've mentioned before that's relevant is that uh, DJ and I, maybe to different degrees, but both on the same end of the spectrum there, wanted to keep Kitten Academy strictly focused on the cats and kittens. In fact, oh, we got a cat that wants to knock over the camera I'm talking to, so that could happen. Yeah, there we go. Bye bye. All right. Right. Let's see. Now I don't know where I'm looking or where it's looking or anything at all because he mixed that up. Oh, good enough. Okay. Anyway, what I was saying is that we wanted to keep it strictly about the cats and kittens and not about us and our personalities. And that's why fundamentally we try to stay off the camera so much. In fact, for a long time, Mailbag itself was sort of a point of contention, especially when people were sending a lot of stuff for us. That the more stuff that comes in for us, the more DJs like we should just stop doing Mailbag completely. But it's such a wonderful boon to the kittens and cats these days that argument or conversation doesn't even come up. Even when people do send stuff. So it's a good reminder. We like to keep it all about the cats and kittens, especially the stuff that you guys send in. We prefer to be that way, and that's why I don't have my face on the stream very often. Is just because nobody wants to see that. You're not tuning in to watch a talking head. You can see talking heads all over the internet. You're not tuning in to see me. You can't necessarily see me all over the internet, but I'm pretty easily replaceable. So we try to, like I said, keep it just focused on the cats and kittens, and that's been the goal. Of course, I'm willing to stretch that a little bit if it helps somebody out, but there's certain limits too to the way that we're set up. Like I said, for the close-ups, we're just not set up to have a camera pointed at my head. And as much preparation as I had, I'm probably going to turn this camera off right after this, and you'll have to rely on one of the other ideas that I proposed, I think, to get by for today. And I'll think more about it because it is an interesting problem, and I know you're not the only one that has that sort of an issue, even if it's not lip reading. I do hear all the time, what did he just say? Or, oh, I have my volume down, or, I just can't hear him too well some of the time, what's going on. I'd like to find a solution for that, but it doesn't come easy, especially when, like I said, I think almost anything I say is superfluous. The real thing that you want to hear and see are the kittens, I would hope, most of the time. So, okay, that's that. Let's check out our one letter for today, besides the one that I've been spending all this time talking about. It says, it's got the same picture on the inside. Here we go. Happy birthday to Loom and the Loomettes. Thanks, Mr. A and Dr. DJ, for providing the best possible place to learn how to cat. Please give all the cats big and little boops for me. Love, Michelle from LA. Thank you so much, Michelle from LA. I appreciate it. And I will give all the kittens this sort of boops for you. And also the front of the card says, because sometimes you just need a rainbow unicorn butterfly kitten. I think that's true. Sometimes you do. And this is one of those times. So thank goodness I'm covered for that. All right. For the rest of Mailbag, I'm not going to have the face camera on. It was really nice to see all of you, though. Some of you need to put on pants before we do this again. Okay. There we go. All right. Now for the rest of the Mailbag. Very Paul Harvey moment there. Speaking of, I had the idea of one of the ways that we could solve this very Kurt Vonnegut style would be I just won't say anything, and then everybody can hear me exactly as well as everybody else. A solution of which Vonnegut would be proud. I didn't say it because I thought it might sound like I was being petulant, which isn't my intent. I just meant to be funny when I said that. I hope it was funny. Okay, kids, stop trying to dig for treats. Stop trying to dig for treats. You get plenty of treats. Oh my gosh, do they get plenty of treats? I had them in the bedroom last night, and I started giving out baby food, and it was like a riot, like an actual riot. I thought I might have to break out the riot gear. Especially, I keep mentioning in Little Rotterdam, we've got to do something about. He is so extreme, a little too extreme. He will just fight anybody for anything, anytime, including me. That's where it gets to be trouble. Fighting his siblings is one thing. Fighting me, quite another. but everybody was very gobbly, and it was a lot of fun. And then Port showed up at the very last minute after all of the food was gone, so I broke out those Catnip treats that Loom likes so much, and that was a whole other riot. Everybody is crazy for those. Everybody across the board, they are a huge hit. So those are fun. I hope Amazon starts stocking them soon because they are a huge hit. All right, let's get going on the mail part of the mailbag. I think I've rambled enough about all of that for now, anyway. All right, do not open this side, open the other three edges. Good, well, I like that advice. Let's see if I can figure it out. I like having the little bit of extra help because that is an ongoing issue, figuring out how to open everything, especially things like this. All right, let's see. Rotterdam, you're late for your big show, buddy. You could have been on my shoulder the whole time. Aw, this is so cute. Okay, so it starts with a note that says, okay to read on stream with a drawing of a cat. They're very sweet. And I'm going to take a quick look here to make sure that the cameras are doing anything like what I expect. Well, I don't think you can see that at all. At least I can't, but I've got low encoding where I'm looking. I don't know. Maybe you can. Okay. Well, we're going to just keep rolling. We just got to keep rolling. This says from Babel Glyph on Discord. That's BABELGLYPH. Babel Glyph on Discord. And also, the same person is known as Crayola B. That's Crayola like the crayon, BEE like the animal. Crayola B on Twitter. Same person, two names. Either is fine. Interesting. Two names. It must be some kind of secret agent or spy or I don't know. Let's find out here. Letter opener. Okay. You got it. No, keep out of there, Roddy. Oh, wow. Very pretty. Very shiny. Little roses, something, some kind of flower. Oh, not for stream, contains sads. Read later. I think that just refers to the little note, though. The rest of it must be. Okay, dear Mr. A and Dr. DJ, I didn't have a card on hand with a cat design, but I thought this silver card reminded me of Loom, Paisley, and Basket Weave's silvery fur. I've included two fancy Mylar toys for Port, but I'm sending this much later than planned. If she has gone to her forever home already, please use them as you see fit, which you have underlined. I like that. I also included my favorite local newspaper, multiple issues, because new ones kept coming out before I could write this card. Those are just extras. The main thing I want to tell you is that Kitten Academy inspired me to start fostering for the Kansas City Pet Project, my largest local shelter. I love watching the KA kittens, but my personal fostering is for shy adult cats like Myth. I saw how much some gentle kindness can help, even for a short time. My first foster is named Tula, and she is a sweet calico. She won't be my last. Thank you for helping me to help more cats like Tula. From Babelglyph. Babelglyph, that is so sweet, and I especially think that people that help foster those kinds of cats that have special needs, that are shy, that need that's a real challenge, and it's more challenging in a lot of ways even than what we do. I know in the past when we've had cats that have come to us that have been extra shy or even semi-feral, we've sent those to other people that specialize in that kind of work, and we appreciate them so very much. It's actually something I would like to do more of if I ever have time, but I think it's wonderful what you're doing. So thank you so much for that, and thank you for your little separate note that contains sads. I think that is extremely considerate of you to separate it out like that. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So you said, you sent Mylar and you sent newspapers for me. And of course, I love the newspapers, as you know. This is the Martin City and South KC Telegraph, covering the Southland. Interesting. I am excited to have a look at those. And as you say, you sent a whole bunch along with your letter. I'm going to put right here. But look at this. You said some fancy Mylar stuff, and this is fancy. First off, you have one giant-sized Mylar ball, much bigger than the usual. That could be a lot of fun for her. I'm going to toss this first and see what she does. What do you think of that? Is that, oh, it's a big one. What does it mean? All right, they're both going to check it out. That's fine. The other one you sent is almost creepy because it is too high port. Now you're standing in the way. It is two mylar balls connected by a piece of this woven stuff. Port, you're right, directly in the way. Just move off to one side just a little bit. Two mylar balls connected by this thing. That's got to be a lot of fun. But the creepy thing is that it has eyes, and you can use on or over almost anything to make it creepy. I think. Like that is somewhat creepy, right? Like, oh, here I could do. Could almost have like the talking hand thing. I need some lipstick on there to make that really work. Oh, and the eyes are facing the wrong way. All right, let's just try that. I don't know what I'm trying. There we go. Hello, Port. How are you? All right, I tried. All right, let's see if she figures it out. Well, we keep moving. Thank you so much. That is really sweet stuff. To Crayola B, from Crayola B, I should say, and or Babel Glyph. Thank you for that. All right, moving along. Let's see what we got here. Oh, a note with a heart and some fancy mylar wrapping paper that can, oh, it's a package actually, contains something. Let's find out. Oh my goodness. What are you flipping out about? It's a carpet fiber. Got all these toys, and a carpet fiber is the thing that Ant is flipping out over there. Oh, this is a cute card. I hope that shows up. Okay. Happy Mailbag Day, Mr. A and Dr. DJ. I know. A teething ring. Oh, well, we don't know. You got way ahead of us there. Start over. Oh, hey, look, it's a teething ring. Who would have guessed? It's a human adult teething ring. Adult? No, not adults. Adults don't generally use teething rings. Generally. I don't know. If you do, I'm not judging. I'm just saying. I don't know why I threw the word adult in there because that's the opposite of what they're for. But human, anyway. We'll go with human. We're going to stay with human as though that's a thing I know anything about. A teething ring, please let me explain. When Loom first arrived at KA, you were thinking she might be a pregnant because you couldn't feel any kittens. That reminded me of something I learned eons ago. When we would get mama cats in the clinic that were early on in their gestation, their uterus looked and felt like a teething ring. Interesting. Each kitten would be floating on in their own roundish bubble, all linked together exactly like a teething ring. So next time a mom cat arrives and you can't feel the kittens, maybe picturing a teething ring will help you. Of course, none of this will be needed once you get her in for an exam and x-rays. Just wanted to be a help. We love you much. Hugs and prayers, Benaya and Malka, and our servant parents, Beck and Call. Beck and Call. That's cute. Thank you so much for this. So I'm interested in the. I've not had a teething ring lately. Okay, it does contain sterilized water because I'm thinking this actually might not be the worst toy for certain cats that we have either. Say ones that like to bite a lot. They could find this is something to bite on, and it's also possible that Millet will still be here when he is teething, and I wonder if it would help him at all. I don't know. Not that first teething, but the second teething. As he's getting his adult teeth. Something to think about. Anyway, it might be fun, and it's in any way it is great. It's kind of a stress toy. It is fun to feel. And now I have something to compare what an early on pregnant cat might feel like. So thank you for all of that. It's highly informative and fun. I was going to say something else about it, but it slipped my mind. Oh, I guess what I learned reading online about Loom that sort of gives me an excuse is that apparently it's pretty easy to feel the kittens when they first start, like a teething ring, I guess. And it's pretty easy to feel them in the last week, but there's a period in between. There's a period in between. Good luck with that, YouTube automatic captions. There's a period in between when it can apparently be very difficult, even for someone who's very experienced. Not that I know anyone like that, to feel that there may or may not be kittens. So that's my excuse, and I'm taking it, whether I've earned it or not. All right, I can see it's 10:25. I need to stop with all the rambling and maybe go a little quicker through some of this. It's not a huge mailbag, but it's something I'd like to get through in finite time. Just checking the chat real quick to make sure everything is working. It seems as though it is. Okay, then let's keep going. Some of these will probably be quick because I see we've got a whole bunch of little drop shipment stuff. The Amazon. Let's see. Oh, this is cute. It says from Castada 0902. I can guess what this is for. It is part of the unicorn theme that we're talking about doing for Loom's kids, which I like because they're so monochromatic. The rainbow unicorn stuff definitely would help perk up the room a bit too, wouldn't it? The whole room can be full of colors, and they can just be the only black and white stuff in there, and gray, and a little brown. So we'll see about that. Anyway, Castana, thanks. It's all it said is it's from you. I appreciate knowing who it's from. If you have some other particular use in mind, though, you're going to have to let me know, and I know you know how to get in touch with us. So, because you're on the Discord and have been very helpful to us, by the way, in a lot of ways. All right, this is full of, I don't know, exotic birds that have chirpings in them. Wow. Okay, let's find the note here. The note says, it says, enjoy your gift, Port and Loom. Port is for her forever home, and Loom is for your choice, from Michelle. All right, so this is for Port and for Loom. Oh, and for the Cattern kids from Michelle. Port and Loom and the Cattern kids. So my guess is, let's see, based on the things that we have here. Well, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is just enough for the Cattern kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't even count right now. We're going to go with that, but we'll see. We'll see how this all shakes out. Anyway, I love the idea. These are the little chirpy toys that you know. Port here has been a big fan of the little chirpy toys. Oh, and these are even cooler because not only do they have the little chirpy in them, they have a little pocket in the back that looks like a place that's got Velcro, and you could probably fit some catnip in there if you needed to refill it. Although it seems like a tight fit. So we've got a couple of these parrots in blue and one in red. They're very cute, and I know this is exactly the kind of thing that Port would love. And Loom's very playful too. I don't know yet what she prefers, but she plays with everything. Then we have two more that are the Smarty Cat Chickadee Chirp, a very similar idea. It's a little chirping bird toy, but this one is a little chickadee. It's got the cute little triangle beak in front, which is adorable, and a little orange wing and a little tail in back, and is also exactly the kind of thing that we know Port likes and probably the others like too. I am going to put these in an endowment box. We only got the one box so far, so I'm going to take all this stuff out of it, put this in here. And for now, and I'm going to put your note with it too, just in case it helps me if it's illuminating later. But for now, I'm going to label it for the Catterns and see what happens from there. Here we go, this and that one. Good. All right. Wait, yes, no, we're good. We're good. We're good here. Come back to that as needed. And this, I think we can just set here for now. And I thought I felt something beep me here somewhere. Possibly, possibly not. It looks like probably not, so okay. Next. Ooh. Oh, I recognize who this is from. I missed the logo on the outside here. This is from Dragon Maker, but let's see if it's through Dragon Maker from someone else, perhaps. I see you've included a writing translation once again. I like that. You always handwrite the note and then you send the typed version of the same thing, which seems a little bit extra. Like, you don't have to go that far. You could just do one or the other, depending on how much you want me to suffer. You know, you could either just type it out or handwrite it. But I love that you do both. This says, okay, let's start here. Dear Mr. A and Dr. DJ, I know I've already sent these toys for Port's Orange's endowments, but after watching my cats play with them, especially the rambunctious Smokey, I wanted to send a few more for immediate deployment. Smokey will race around with one as if it's a soccer ball. It would be great fun to see what the Oranges will get up to with them. Thank you for taking such good care of all these wonderful kitties, especially Millet. Y'all are really going above and beyond for him. Anon from Catherine the Dragon Maker and Cosette, Emmy, Toffee, Smokey, and Cinnabar. What a group you've got. So these are oranges. They are obviously oranges, although they also could probably pass as peaches if you want to double your market. And they are made by our friend Dragon Maker, who's been sending stuff for us for a long time and has made Kitten Academy logos that are stuffed with catnip and are a big hit. So Dragon Maker you can find on Etsy. It's Dragon Maker with no E. It's just Dragon M-A-K-R. Like if you were Led Zeppelin, you might spell it that way, perhaps. And if you just search for Dragon Maker, I'm sure you will find her on Etsy, and her store is full of wonderful things. And these oranges, look at that, all the detail too. Not only are they round and full of the good Yao catnip, and it's just full of it. Like it's the first thing you smell when you open the bag. It's so strong. I could detect these from across the room myself. And they've got a little orange leaf and the stem on top, so they're very, very cute. And I think the kids are going to like it. I think I might even try to give one to Millet or to Loom, or at least put them up there in their rooms, because I think they would really enjoy some of that too. So I'm going to pocket 2 of them for that. And I think for the other 2, I'm going to leave one out here in the living room, accessible to the faculty, and try to get one into their room. But I really want to see if Loom is going to play with these. Loom? I said Loom, but I meant Fort. They're also this guy right here, who is a fiend, as I mentioned, trying to help himself to these shrimp. Let's not tell anybody else, okay? They are secret. It's our secret, Roddy. Don't tell anybody. Oh, hey, that is too violent. That is too violent, buddy. I can't reward that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So you got a little illustration, but he won't just fight other cats that way. He'll fight me if he thinks he can get something from it. So we got to be careful. Okay, I think what I need to do is trim his nails to start, because that's going to immediately help the situation. I keep saying that, and I haven't done it yet, but I need to. I know. Well, now I got to give everybody one. Look what I've started. This mailbag, despite being a little smaller, it's going to last the whole time. There was some reason I had to cut it off around noon, though, regardless, which I'm trying to remember. Whoa. No, not for you, pal. No, you're cut off. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. No? You got a cute fur, though. You want to come sit up here for a minute? Okay. All right. I had a real good reason about noon, and now it's not coming to me, so I'm just going to pretend like it was an important, good reason that I'm going to have to stick to regardless. Oh, I know what it was. It's that's about the time that I need to start getting ready to feed the kids upstairs again. I don't think we're going to go that long, though, he says, rambling. Okay, this is from Katie Cat, K80 Cat, and I realized after we got the last mail from Katie Cat that I was saying K80 Cat, but it's Katie Cat. That makes too much sense, doesn't it? And we have the shopping news of Lancaster County. Oh, good. The advertisements are absolutely the best part. Also, the fish. Oh, wait, is that what this is called? No, this is called Antiques and Auction News. What's this on the back? Oh, it's another paper. This is what I like. I love the name of this. This paper is titled The Fish Wrapper, because they wrap, fish at the fish market in newspaper. That's such a cute name for a newspaper. I assume that's what it's all about. The Fish Wrapper. Very cute. And then we also have Community Connection of PA and East Coast. Wow, these look like some really charming little local papers. I cannot wait to look at. That is the most fun. And Katie Cat also sent a note. Let's see what that has to say. Dear Mr. A and Dr. DJ, enclosed for your enjoyment are some local papers from our trip to Lancaster, PA. The ads are fairly amazing. Again, I must thank you for the joy you brought us, for both virtually and with the person of May B. She's spicy, snuggly, and drooly. So sweet. We are in love with her. Enclosed is a whisker for DJ's collection. Thank you for all you do for all of us, cats, kittens, and humans. Katie Cat. Well, that's great to hear from you and from Maybe, and to have a Maybe whisker. I missed that little girl. She was super snuggly and drooly, and I just love the way that she loved to have her belly petted. Would come right up and you could just pet her belly, and her fur is like velveteen, like just wonderful. Maggie, you are teaching bad lessons. So thank you so much for those papers. That's going to be super fun, and I really appreciate it. Okay, next up. Sorry, kids, there's no more shrimp, and you want to blame somebody for it. You blame your buddy Rotterdam. This is also from Castada, but let's see, what else? Is there more of a note that doesn't just say the name? Hang on. Is this another? We've got another one of the, what appears to be, I think, the same unicorn? Different unicorn? Where did that unicorn go? I'm losing things. Nowhere. I guess one of the cats ran off with it. Anyway, we have a unicorn toy. We have a handful of notes. The notes say, here we go. Mr. A and Dr. DJ, you are both the best. The blanket is for a beanbag. The unicorn bed and toys are for the unicorn room. The baby blankets, well, you know what to do with those. So perfect. All right, look at that. These are cute. Oh, these are very cute. We get an awful lot of little baby flannel receiving blankets that we use, of course, in the baby beds. We go through quite a few of those. I believe that these are the very first ones that we've ever received that are embroidered. Well, one of them is. I'm not sure if the others are, but one of them clearly is embroidered with little embroidered elephants. How about that? The other ones are, this is just a block printed elephants. That's more normal. How cool. So those are really nice, and yes, we do know what to do with them. We use quite a few, and in fact, I finally had to retire some. I had to throw a few of them out just this week because they were starting to get very pilled up and sort of rough, not as much fun. I do think that that unicorn ran away, the first one, but I'm sure it will turn up as I'm cleaning. We'll figure it out. Maggie, do you want an orange? There's an orange right here that has your name all over it. Oh, or their names. Why don't I turn on the ceiling camera in here so you can see whatever's going on behind me? There we go. Okay. Next up, this is addressed to Oranges and Lumi from Sage's Handmade. Oh, this is going to be special. And as I always point out, that's Sage's Handmade as in made by hand, which is also an Etsy store, I believe. Sage's Handmade. That's sage like the herb. The note. Ooh, okay. Dear Mr. A and Dr. DJ, hi, first I want to say congratulations on how wonderfully Millet is doing. Also on Lumi's beautiful babies and how well they're responding to your heroic supplemental feeding. And finally on DJ finishing her second year of residency. It's been such a challenging year, but here you both are stepping up with so much kindness and grace. In my last note, I mentioned my plan to send the Oranges endowment gifts with the next Mom's Kick Bunny. It's an experiment. We'll see how well staggering the moms and kids toys works out. If you have thoughts, please let me know. The Kick Bunny is for Loom, and again, it has a preposterous amount of catnip in it and is made of teething safe aqua and teal yarn. Aw, it's beautiful, and I love teal and aqua. What wonderful colors! Those are both great. I don't think I've used the word aqua to describe a color recently, but if I could, if I thought of it, I would. It's wonderful. Those are great colors. I love them. Maggie, stop being a bully. So this is for Loom, and I've got an orange I'm bringing up to her too. The catnip candela flowers are for the Oranges and are made using my catnip sunflower pattern that I invented for the Bready Boys. I just changed the colors. Both crochet patterns are available in my Etsy and Ravelry stores under the name Sage's Handmade, so people can make their own. Thank you again for all you do for kittens, mom cats, and the Kitten Academy community. It really is the best place on the internet. Aw, Sage, that's wonderful. And those stores are Sage's handmade, I'm sure you can find. And look at how cute these little flowers are. These, by the way, are great cat toys, and they've been a hit. The one sunflower, of course, that's still ours is upstairs, and Millet has been playing with it. It's in our master bedroom, and it's still a big hit. The little orange flowers that you have sent here, you sent a whole bunch of them. The thing that's really nice about these is not only are they small, little, like good toys for throwing, they've got some heft to them so you can flip them around and really toss them. They're beautiful, of course. And the most fun thing, of course, is they've got a little bit of a stem on it that acts like a little string that is very appealing to kittens. So it's super fun. It's a really clever design for a cat toy, if you ask me. Clever and beautiful. So those are going to be fantastic. And I'm going to, we'll put this aside for now. It says oranges and loomy right on it. Oh, I'm going to put your note back in here so that I can find it when I go to distribute these. Because that's a fun too. I'm going to add my own note to the top. Thank you so much, Sage's Handmade. These things are wonderful, and they're so sturdy that the sunflower upstairs gets a lot of abuse, and it is still going great. So this is oranges and loom. Oranges. Okay, perfect for now. Sage, thank you so much for that Sage's Handmade. That is wonderful. Rotterdam, you cannot help yourself to the shrimp, and in fact, you may not ever see another shrimp after the way you just acted. The irony is that he is, of course, a super sweet, super snuggler. He just purrs so much and so appreciative of being loved. He wants attention so much, in fact, that another one of his bad habits is climbing me all the way up to my shoulder to get it. Another reason we need to trim his claws, I think. Not for my sake, of course. You guys know I don't mind. If he wants to climb me all day long, that's exactly the kind of thing I put up with and love. But his adopter may not feel the same way, so I think we definitely have to trim his claws now, get him used to that idea, and then let his adopter possibly maintain that if it helps. Anyway, one of the things that's on my list to do, urgent. Next up, what is this? We've got notes, we've got stuff. Enjoy your gift, Mr. A. Since the kids love your feet and playing with them, might as well have a toy on them. Oh, what does that mean? Very mysterious. It says, from Michelle. Also, we have enjoy your gift for the newest class, Cattern and their mama, Loom, from Michelle. All right, well, let's see what these notes, are associated with. First off, we have a whole bunch of fur balls in zebra print and leopard print, something, I don't know. Tiger? Leopard? Leopard. I'm going to go with leopard. Okay, so those are going to be great fun, little fur balls. Then we have, there's another note at the bottom that says, hi, hello, Kitten Academy, Ohio, Michelle. Oh, hi, Michelle. I love this channel, and the close-ups are my favorite, and of course, Mailbag. You, Mr. A, and DJ are wonderful at loving the mamas and all the kids. Thanks for everything, from Michelle. Oh, that's so sweet, Michelle. So there's two other things here that aren't exactly labeled. This says, Rebound Interactive Cat Teaser Wand. This is a funny toy for the cat to interact with the owner. The owner can press the trigger to activate the cat ball and release the trigger to make it automatically rebound. I saw this in, hang on a second here. I saw this in Altered Carbon, right? That's the gun he buys. If you pull the trigger one way, it shoots the bullet out, and if you pull it the other way, it sucks the bullet back in. Same thing, except for cats. Right. Oh, well, that's very interesting. Oh, I see. That's cute. What else have we got? So I see. It almost looks like the gun piece may have been kind of an afterthought because the shoe thing is also included here. You've got to look at both of these though real quick. So here's the gun. I like it. It's a very futuristic zapping gun, just like maybe just like the one from Altered Carbon. And if we shoot the bullet out, oh, and then it comes right back in. Oh, it works too. Look at that. He's right on it. He's growling. Rio, you gotta let go though, buddy. He's so into this. That's fun. That's just a fun way to do it. That's just fun. So it's got a little yellow feather on there now, but you can see they also included an orange ping pong ball that you can just pop off and put the other one on, I guess. There you go, just like this. Hang on, let's load it with the ball. Oh, take it easy. Nope. There we go, get that right on there. What do you think of that, kids? Oh, it's fun. That is a fun one. I think the feather was probably a bigger hit, but this is still interesting. Well, that's cool. The feather, I don't know where to put it for now. But the other thing then you've included is a Little Feet interactive cat wand. It says multifunctional interactive cat toy can be installed on top of the shoe. All right, the two binding straps pass through the holes of the main body and paste them on the respective binding straps. You need a little bit of a translator for these instructions, but I think we can figure it out. Oh, wow, this is elaborate. Okay, it's a bent spring that points forward off of my shoe, in theory. How does this get installed, though? Some assembly required. Get in there. I know that's the right way, or do I? Yes, there it is. Okay, hang on. Now, the spring by itself seems to be fun enough, but it also includes a little feather, just like the one that I've got already. No, similar to, not just like, oh, I think it actually came apart when I installed the ball. That's fine. I can fix it. We can fix it. Ow. Hey, slow down, buddy. I know you want to play with the spring, but you just clawed my finger. Okay, hang on. We got this. All right, the feather goes on the end of the spring. Oh, that seems like it'll pull off pretty easily, but we'll see. Hang on. Give me a chance, kids. I know, it's good that it's so exciting, but there's a particular function involved here that I would like to see. How does this... Oh, there we go. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Oh, we already lost the feather. Nobody was even touching it, or were they? Did you just steal that from me while I was looking the other way? Now this is supposed to go on the shoe. Is it going to fit me? Oh, yeah, good. It's slightly elastic. Wow, just what I need is to have them attacking my feet more than they already do. It should be fun. Let's try to get this across the thinner part of my foot a little bit. Okay, here's one. Okay, this is ridiculous. This is already completely ridiculous. And they like it just fine, even if it doesn't have the feather on it. Oh, that feather is not going to stay on there. It's just loose as loose can be. I wonder what I can do to fix that. Anyway, there you have it. That'll be fun as I'm walking around. What do you think, kids? Why? I'm going to be like the one-man band of playing with kittens if we keep this up, right? I just need a couple of other things. Oh, wow, you just ripped that thing apart. To shreds, you say? All right. It was a fun experiment. I think we'll be able to play with it more. A little hot glue might help repair the whole thing. It's fun, though. Very fun. Okay, for now, I need to put this aside. It was still in the box, though. I'm just going to have to put it in a different box, I guess. I'll put it in here with the ray gun. Whoop. Okay. That is too silly. That is too silly. Oh, thank you so much for that. All right. I need to put the feather back in here. There was one other thing in that box that we need to get to still, which was this. Oh, these are the little catnip cats. I think we've seen these a few times before. They're each a different color and emotion. And I believe there's 5 of them, which means this has got to be for Loom and her Loomies. Look at that. We got tongues out. We got this one doing a little kissy thing. And we've got and an orange one and a red one. Look, that's perfect for them. All right, we've already got some stuff for them, so rather than try to put it back in that box, I'm just going to squeeze it in here with the other stuff for them. So awesome. Thank you very much for that. I'm running out of room in here, too. I got to open something big so that we have a big box to work with. But it seems like some of the big boxes that we have are really torn up. The two big boxes are completely wrecked. Let's hope. All of our hope is riding on this one from Dawn, aka Morning Sunrise. As you know, it's very heavy, so maybe it's got food and I can just take the food out and we can use the box. Let's find out. Stop trying to pull those toys out, buddy. Oh, it does. It does. Oh, that's perfect. It's perfect in so many ways. Dawn, you have sent Fancy Feast classic pate in the chicken flavor, which, as I've mentioned, is exactly what we use here. It's a very, very practical thing to send. All right, I don't want those to fall on kittens. I'm going to set them down. Very practical thing to send. And your note says, thanks for all that you do. May you always have sunshine and sparkles in your lives from Dawn, aka Morning Sunrise. That is really sweet. And now I can use the box to put all this stuff in for the Catterns. All right, unceremoniously. Drop that right in there and add this to it. Boink. Perfect for now. Okay. Good. Dawn, thank you so much. The Fancy Feast, this stuff, I mean, we just go through it. I can't believe how much Fancy Feast 7 3-month-old kittens can eat. It is nonstop, and they always keep a little extra on their noses for later. Look at him. Look at this nose. You got food all over it. That's food all over your nose. It's because of how they eat. They like just stick their face right in the food and nom on it. And it's just, I guess, how they figured out to do it, and that's just how they're going to keep doing it. You know, it's fine. It's fine if that's what you want to do. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, this is super cute. This does not seem to include a note, but I can guess what it is all about. It is a Bev Buddy drink sleeve. It's a very nice one. It appears to be leather, possibly even real leather, with, or maybe I think it's fake leather. That's good. We like that. But it's embroidered, very, very nice embroidery. And it is a cat head. Look at that. That is super nice. It's a cat head, and he's got a butt, too. Look at that. That's too silly. I love it. I love it. He's very smiley, too, and I assume this is for me to use on my generic beverage, which is just a generic beverage until that Coke sponsorship comes through. As I say, I'm totally ready to sell out, but I'll only sell out for money. That's I don't know. I stole that joke from somebody. I'm not even sure whom. I thought I saw somebody on Discord talking about this thing already, so I wonder if. I don't know who sent it. Okay, no clue. I'm not going to find it. There's too much going on in Discord. Discord, very difficult to keep up with sometimes during the mailbag, but I love it. I'm excited to use this on my generic cola beverage, generic diet cola beverage, which will remain generic diet cola beverage until Coke comes through with some of that sweet, sweet Coke cash. That's, by the way, just a running joke on the stream. We've been making that joke, I think, for years now. So thank you so much for that. All right. Speaking of beverage, let's have a little bit of this coffee. That's good stuff. Okay, next up. Now, where do I put this? I guess I put it over here for now. This is all very, very messy. Everything is just everywhere right now. And look at that. Maggie does like the orange. She just didn't want to play with the one I gave her. She wanted to play with the other one. All right, Maggie. You do you. Oh, this starts with a note. Oh, and a bag. Oh, and a wrapped gift. Wow, it's levels deep of. Let's see here. Is there anything on the outside that? No, nothing. Okay. It's a good box to use for things, though. So we've got a little bag here. Crazy shirts, I think it says. Crazy shirt. Okay. And okay to read on Mailbag. Good. Oh, this is cute. Little colorful flowers. And it says, "Dear Mr. A and Dr. DJ, thank you for all the wonderful things you do at the Academy. I was just lucky enough to go to Howell for Mother's Day and was thrilled to find that my favorite store was still around." Is that? I guess that's what that says. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't say Howell. It says Hawaii. Of course it does. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I was lucky enough to go to Hawaii for Mother's Day and was thrilled to find my favorite store was still around. Crazy Shirts came out with the Cleveland cat in 1977, and a star was born. Cleveland cat. Is that? I didn't even know that's what that said, but I'm very familiar with this cat. Look at that guy. I've seen him a lot on stuff that has been sent to us. Uh, he is also, is it Cleveland? Cleveland cat? That's interesting. Here he is. Here's the best picture of him on this little sticker. Oh, maybe I can. I did not know he was a Hawaiian thing. I did not know he was from Crazy Shirts. I didn't know any of this. Crazy Shirts came out with the Cleveland cat in 1977, and a star was born. Although the artist B. Hap Cleveland has passed away, his humorous cat shirts are still very popular. As soon as I entered the store, I thought of you. I hope you enjoy these goodies, and I have enclosed these stickers in case you ever have a Hawaiian-themed class. I began watching with the Soulmates and have been hooked ever since. Enjoy, and again, thanks for all you do. From Laura P., Orange You Glad, Kinks and Slinky on Discord. I see. Orange You Glad, Kinks and Slinky on Discord. Thank you, Laura P. And thank you for being on our Discord. And thank you for sending me the Cleveland cat and information about it because I never knew what it was at all, although I've seen it a million times now. So you've sent some extra stickers also that are about that. I did not know this was a Hawaiian thing. I didn't know any of it. So I've really learned something. And it seems what you have included here is this a shirt? Is it a cat? Is it both? Let's find out. Hang on here. Also, this bag is kind of special too then, isn't it? I'm going to hang on to that. Let's see here. Oh, Maggie's going to take that twist tie, though. That's one of her favorite things. Yep, there she goes. Look at that. It's a little doll of him. I did not know such a thing existed. Look at that. That's so cool. That's a cute little doll, too. And beneath that, a Crazy Shirt exclusive. Oh. Wow. 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 That is, oh, I see it's Hawaii and the cat all over it. Look at that. Very nice. What do you think, buddy? I think that's awesome. Well, I can't wait to wear it. Thank you so much for this. Now I know something new about a famous cat. I'm going to put all of this right back in the wonderful bag. It is irreplaceable, unless I ever have to go to Hawaii, I guess. That would be fun. All right. And I'm going to put it right back here for now and move on to this extremely smashed, extremely heavy box. Oh, very smashed. Wow, look at that. I keep saying, look at that. Look at that, the new fancy. I got to stop with that. Enjoy your gift from Mark. Mark W, we will say. Oh no. Oh boy. Sorry about that. Now I've outed somebody. I hope that wasn't a secret. Practical items for the KA pantry. That is wonderful. Thank you so much from Raylene and Xenothon, who may or may not have real names that we just don't know, and we'll never know. Raylene and Xenothon, this is practical. Thank you so much for sending this. I know you're always asking, is there anything that we need? Can you please send us something? You're always asking me if there's just anything you can do, and it's so generous, and you're always focused on sending the stuff that is super practical, like the food and the litter, and it's great. It is so great and generous and practical. It's fantastic on every level. And what you have sent is very practical. Boxy cat, exactly the litter that we use. And you can never have too much of that. So that's awesome. Thank you very much for 2 bags of BoxyCat, and I suspect there may be more because there's another similarly smashed box right over there. We'll find out. So thank you very, very much. Look at that. We got food, we got litter, we got kittens. It really does take a village, and you guys are the best village to live in. That sounded weird. Okay, let's keep going. Let's just pretend I didn't say any of that. But I meant it. Oh, okay. We got some kind of a blanket in here from Castada. Mr. A and Dr. DJ, you two are wonderful with all that you do. This blanket goes with the other box from Amazon that has the 2 unicorn toys. For some reason, Amazon shipped in 3 packages from Castada. Perfect. And you mentioned this already, I think, in your other note that this is for our unicorn theme. And it is a sort of a rainbowy, fuzzy, very fuzzy blanket. My goodness, I can't tell. Faux fur throw blanket, light pink. It's pink and blue though, just like the marshmallow bed that we've got. And it does look like it's very, very fuzzy. Wow, if I don't use this for the beanbag, it might be fun to make a more colorful photo shoot. Or both. Why not both? Let's have both. I'm going to put it with the unicorn for now and this baby blanket since they're all going to be headed in the same. Well, no, they're not. These things are going to head upstairs and this thing is going to head downstairs. Oh no, now what do I do? I'm confused. I've messed everything up. Let's just keep going. Castana, thank you so much. That blanket looks like it's going to be super soft. I'm actually really excited to feel it, but I don't want to open it yet. And we usually wash those blankets too before we get started here, so it's going to head up to the wash. Oh man, neither here nor there, but somehow yesterday I was doing the laundry and it wasn't getting dry quite as fast as I wanted. For a long time, I wanted to sort of open the dryer and clear out all of the exhaust line and everything to make sure that it's exhausting really well and can dry better. You know, that's something that you should do with your dryer once in a great while and that nobody ever does. Um, so I've tried before to try to figure out how to open it. Couldn't figure it out. I finally did yesterday. I figured it out. I opened it up, and it was frightening. It was disgusting. It was awful. And I dragged it out of there, and I vacuumed under it, and I pulled out the in line, and I took it out to the garage, and I ran this giant duster through it, and then I actually put the leaf blower on the end of it and blew it out. And then I got under the inside of the dryer and I cleaned out the like undercarriage of the dryer. It was really gross. It was like I don't. As far as I know, the dryer has been in the house since the house was built. It's an ancient dryer that is just like built so sturdy it'll last forever. It'll probably outlast the house. It'll probably outlast the next World War. It'll just be a bunch of cockroaches doing their laundry in my dryer, which I'm happy to say there weren't any of. But there was lots of hair and dust that probably is all the way from everybody that's lived here since 1987. So yeah, it wasn't great. Also, the world's largest collection of bobby pins is now in my possession. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I got them. So, okay to read on stream. Excellent, Mr. A and Mr. A, DJ, and KA Kittens. It says actually. Just a little note to let you and DJ know that you are wonderful people doing a wonderful thing for kitty mamas and their babies. They are so lucky to have you two caring for the oranges, millet, and now the Catterns, and you always do it with a smile. Again, thank you. I'm enjoying all the babies and how the oranges sing your name when you enter their room. Now the box, just some toys for the kids, moms, and faculty. You decide how to deploy. Snacks are for you, and how your ramblings make me smile. Oh, I think it says socks. I read snacks. I must have something on my mind. The blankets and little blankets are for you guys to use now or later with little poopers. I think it says poppers, papers, kittens. Okay. All kids will have pop explosions. Keep up the good work. Just a quick question. How are Myth and Rumor doing? Michelle G. P.S. I'm a sucker like DJ. I hate to hear my little fur baby crying either. I feel so bad when I hear Millet crying. He really is doing so good. Well, I've got some news about that. First off, thank you so much, Michelle. I really appreciate what we're about to open. But yeah, Millet teasing DJ the last day since she's been home, saying that Millet was just he was pulling the wool over her eyes. He had her fooled. He was just sort of using her while he was convalescing, because now that he's out of his brace, he has way more important things to do than to talk to DJ or to hang out with her at all. He's just everywhere else doing everything else. And he kind of did the same thing with me yesterday, where I was out and around the house for almost the whole day, and he was out and around the house for almost the whole day. And we barely encountered each other because he was just doing his own thing. It's funny how much he wanted our attention, and now how much he's like, I got better things to do now. I'm feeling better. You guys, thanks for your help. I'm out of here. Kind of his attitude. I exaggerate a little bit for effect, but he really has been a little bit more just doing other stuff rather than being snuggly. Of course, he still is a wonderful, loving little sweetheart. So you used the baby blankets as packing material for your box, which is super clever and a very fun way to pack your box and to give us all these little baby blankets that we can and will use. I like that. We'll add that to the pile of baby blankets over here. That's great. And at the bottom of it, then, what did you say to do with these toys and stuff? I just want to make sure that I deploy these the right way. Toys for the kids, mom, and faculty, you decide. Okay, well, we can definitely do that. Michelle has sent Jackson Galaxy. These are little plastic balls. They're called satellites. Maybe they would go really well with the Jackson Galaxy space station that we have. That I need to bring up at some point because it's one of Ari's favorite things, and it's in the basement right now. Here we have a flying squirrel toy. That is super cool with a Silvervine catnip in it. Here we have a Manta Ray toy that's got a hair tie on it, so you can. Oh, and the front is a hair tie. The back is a little bit of a rubber tubing, so you can pull it like this and then shoot it across the room. That sounds like the kind of thing any cat would like, but I'd love to see what Custard does with it, because he likes the hair ties, but I wonder if he'll still will with everything else. Here we have a cat toy that is a ball, but it's also a mouse with a tail and some little strings and a feather and a cute little mouse head on the top. It says mouse. I think more chipmunk or something, but that's fine. Very cute. Here are the socks that have, it looks like a smiley face emoji that's wearing a mask. That's pretty cool. And they're really long socks, too. I like long socks. I'm wearing long socks right now that go up to my knee. I think they're wonderful. These are great. I like the emoji, the mask wearing emoji. I don't think I've seen that one yet, but it's cute and very timely. Here we have sparkly fish. They are very sparkly fish. More Jackson Galaxy. This one says natural playtime, and it's got a little what do you call this? Not rattan. It's too small to be rattan, but it's like that. Little pieces of wood. Here we have a sponge that may actually be like a real um, loofah. Thank you. Real loofahs. Loofah is a garden vegetable, believe it or not. And the loofah part that they make the loofahs out of that you use in your shower, the ones that are real anyway, come from a plant that's sort of like a cucumber or squash that's got this weird matrix that grows inside of it that becomes a sponge. Did you know that? I think a lot of people probably do that. That loofahs are basically a vegetable. And then we've got this coiled up rope with some bits of raffia sticking out the end. All very fun, as you can see. Somebody wants to play with them already. We have Silvervine, real Silvervine right there, ready to go. We have some more blankets. This is a cool green pattern. We got some stripy, zebra stripy. We got a blue one. We've got this taupe one. These are great. Like I said, you never have too many. Oh, this one's got dinosaurs. The blue one is blue dinosaurs. Very cool. We have this is that same bird. This is one of the birds that you see Port playing with all the time, I think. At any rate, it's the same idea. She will love it. And a tropical mouse, exactly as advertised, tropical print mouse. And then finally, a little, I still don't know what you call this material that we see in so many cat toys that's like a tube that has a little tiny ball in it. So it's a tiny tube it's a ball inside a tube that has balls inside of it. and then there's more of it going over here, and some little things on the, I don't know what you, mesh feather ball. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. This is awesome, awesome stuff. I'm going to put all of it back in here for general deployment, except for the socks, which are not for general deployment or general use. They are for my deployment and my use. So I'll put those over here. Stuff to go to the wash. Awesome. Thank you so much. Where do I put this? I'm going to slide it right back. Okay. Here's our next. Ooh, heavy, and it says heavy, and it is heavy. And the person at the post office was like, "Be careful, this is heavy." I'm like, "Oh, no, that's why they put that note on it." Actually, I didn't say that. That's way too snarky. Okay. Oh, wow. It is a case of Fancy Feast, a giant case of Fancy Feast. Perhaps there's a note at the bottom or something. But let's see here. So we've got, it's the Fancy Feast classic pate in the chicken flavor. And while I'm unpacking this, I will explain, yes, that is what we feed everybody here. Mom cats, kittens, faculty, sometimes DJ, but she doesn't know. The reason that we do that, of course, is that our vet first turned us on to it. And we did, we looked it up online a little bit. And we found out that it actually is Fancy Feast classic pate, at least of all the Fancy Feasts that exist. The classic pate is high in protein, low in carbs, grain-free. It's all the things that you want a high-end cat food. So it works out really well. Except the one thing that you don't want from a high-end cat food, which is generally the price. And I'll tell you, some of those, this is from Raylene and Xenothon, by the way. Thank you so much for that. I guess I could have guessed that that's who it was from. Very practical again. What was I about to say? It was important. The price. Oh, I have discovered, but from looking at some of the high-end cat foods that are out there, even the ones that advertise themselves specifically as being grain-free have grains in them, or at least things that are so similar that calling themselves grain-free is really deceptive. If you read the ingredients, you find things all the time like carrots and potatoes and peas and stuff that, I mean, it's sure it sounds nice, but potatoes, you can't tell me if you want somebody to not eat grains and you want to avoid the carbohydrates and the grains, that potatoes are okay. Maybe technically not a grain, technically correct, the best kind of correct, sure, but really misleading to be like, we're grain free, have all these carbs and potatoes and carrots instead. Just weird. So that's something that a lot of the high-end foods do. If you take a look, and I'm like, that's strange. I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm especially not a cat nutritionist. So I don't know if in the long run you do want your cat to eat peas and carrots and potatoes. Maybe you do. Maybe it's the best thing for them. All I know is that the traditional wisdom is low carb, high protein, sort of like eating mice, and grain free, actually potato free, probably not the worst idea. Probably. I don't know. I'm not making any claims here. I'm just pointing out the fact that it's always seemed weird for some of these high-end foods to be like, we're grain-free, have a ton of potato. Really strange. So, here we go. Okay, it just doesn't sit right with me, because if I'm out trying to order a low-carb dinner and they give me a plate of potatoes, I'm like, you messed it up. You did not get that right at all. And calling it grain-free is really just sort of hiding the important information behind a different label. You say grain-free and you're like, oh, healthy. And then you get a plate of potatoes and you're like, well, technically not a grain, but if I eat this plate of potatoes, it's just straight pure carbs, right? So, all right, not the point. I got way off the topic there. That was my ramble and rant. Yeah. Not to say I don't love a plate of potatoes. I do. Oh, I certainly do. Oh, hey, look at that. It is Fancy Feast Classic Pate in the chicken flavor. My favorite. Thank you so much. This is good. Again, you will not believe how much these, I haven't counted,
But I've discovered yesterday I went through more than one case of 24 of these, and I think that might be what's normal now is to go through more than a whole thing with the 7 kittens here and the mom upstairs and all the cats and the millet and everything. It's a lot. So time for some more food from one who's not particularly crafty. Hope everyone enjoys it. From Ed. That's Ed on Discord, who is Ed on Discord. Ed, thank you so much. It is, of course, as I've just finished explaining, a great practical thing to send that will absolutely get used. It's the best kind of thing to send. It's something that will absolutely get used, so we love it. Thank you, Ed. We also have this that I think everybody who's watched Mailbag knows exactly what this contains and who it's from, don't we? Let's all say it together. This is from Janice C. And it contains the noodle stick, the noodle sticks, probably. That's my prediction anyway. Oh, and a note. Oh, good, the note. Good, it's taped in there. Let's see if I can. Okay, here we go. The note and the noodle sticks, yes, as predicted. So let's start with. Well, actually, let's not start anywhere. Let's just do this. Here we go. So noodle sticks, one for each, of course. We have Bombay, we have Port, we have Antwerp. These guys are right into it. We have Puget, we have Rio, we have Halifax. I see you kind of match these to the collar colors. I don't know how you have so many colors of this rubber noodle. Rotterdam and Sydney. They're beautiful. Each one is a different, wonderful color, and all made with care by Janice C., the one who actually introduced us to the noodle stick in the very first place. And I've come around on this. I know when I made my video about how to make a noodle stick, and when I've made them in the past, I've made them much shorter than this. I think now I prefer a longer noodle stick, and maybe the kittens do as well. I'm trying to figure out where to put these. These are for the oranges. I'm just going to put them back in here for now, actually. I don't want you kids to get those and run around with them right now. You save those for after you go home. Let's see what your note says. It says, oh, look at that. It says, oodles of thanks with a rainbow bowl of noodles. That's too perfect. You found the best possible card, Janice. That's awesome. Oh, somebody really likes your card, too. Wow. It says, you're so awesome. Noodle sticks for Port Oranges, of course. And for you, Mr. A and Dr. DJ, tons of love and admiration for all you do to foster mamas and kittens and the human KA community. Watching the love and devotion you pour into every aspect of caring for kitties fills my heart with joy. You are truly sweet, funny, wonderful people. Thank you for bringing such happiness into my life. Love, Janice C. Janice C. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate you, and thank you for bringing so much love and noodle sticks into our lives. They're both wonderfully appreciated. The kittens are trying to dig out your noodle sticks right now, but I'm telling them you can't have these until you go home. No, they're fun. They're fun for you to have at home. I'll bring out some of our noodle sticks for you to play with now. Okay, I promise. We'll get some more noodle sticks out for you. For now, I'm going to put them in this and bring them all downstairs like that. And I guess I should label these to be consistent, even though we know exactly what they are. We'll just say oranges. Oranges. Yeah, okay, kind of. Perfect enough. Okay, Rotterdam, stop. Okay, last one. Did we make it? How are we doing for time? 11:20. All right, we made it. Not bad. I might even have time to get some breakfast for myself before I get it for the kids upstairs. All right, there's something in here. There's something in here that will not come out. It is really crammed in there. Oh, we're going to tear the whole thing up. That's what we're going to do. Here we go. Oh, it's carrots. Wow, it is a lot of carrots, and it is stuck in. And it looks like there's a note behind all the carrots. Go. The note. Okay to read on air. Look at all of these knit carrots, crocheted carrots, I mean. And I can smell the catnip. They're sealed in bags twice, one bag and the other, and I can still smell the catnip. So that's some good stuff. And it says, Dear Mr. A and Dr. DJ, thank you for being an inspiration. My sister, Lisa, one of the old ladies who wear glasses, introduced me to your academy about 5 years ago. You inspired me to volunteer at my local shelter, which is the Human Society of Pinellas. Is it Pinellas County? Pinellas, that's what I'm going to say. I make enrichment items for the cats who come through the shelter, and my husband and I foster cats and kittens. That is wonderful, and it's amazing that you had time out to take care of some of our cats and kittens as well. You say enclosed are a dozen of the latest items I'm making for our shelter, except that the ones for the shelter don't contain catnip, so they can go through the washer and dryer. But the ones I've sent to you do have catnip in them. They are enough for port and Oliver oranges, and of course, one for millet. The others are for faculty or to deploy as you wish. Best wishes, Lori. Lori, that is wonderful. I think what you are doing is wonderful. I'm so glad that you are doing that. It's fantastic. I can't say enough about how fantastic it is. All the shelters always need more help. They always need more fosters. They always need more volunteers. It's never enough. So it's great that you're doing that. And again, it's just fantastic that on top of what you're doing, you could find time to send some of these for our cats and kittens as well. They're really cute. I know they're going to love them. Thank you so very much. And because the oranges are going first, I'm going to put this. Actually, I don't know where I'm going to put it because that's the box for the oranges. It's very small. It's very small. I'm just gonna write. I'm gonna put your note back in here so that when I find these and wonder about what I meant and why there's so many of them, it will be immediately clear. And I'm gonna find my pen and write oranges and all on it. How about that? Yeah, that'll work. Perfect. Perfect. That's it. That's Mailbag. I got all the cleaning up to do. I got all the putting away to do, and we're going to do this just like the regular way. I'm going to get up, I'm going to clean up, and then we'll wrap up. Get up, clean up, wrap up. Hey, I like that. Very catchy. So I'm going to hop to it, and afterwards I will say goodbye to all of you from the archives, and everybody else. Y'all just keep watching. These kids are digging into these toys back here. I guess you can't really see that too well, if at all. But they're helping themselves to all the things that they could possibly desire. Let's see how much of that is on the camera. Oh, yeah, enough of it now. Good. All right. Well, here we go. Up and Adam. Yeah. All right. Oh, I don't know where to start. Let's take this chair away so we're not blocking as much of the view. Kids are eating bits of carbon fiber and paper. All right, it's fine. It won't hurt you. right, sorry, I got distracted trying to read back through some of the chat from Mailbag. I love doing that, but there's so much of it. Oh man. Hey, what are we doing? What is all this? This is the stuff for new kids. This is the stuff for the old kids. All right. This is the stuff for the recycling guy. Oh, he loves boxes. Okay. These are for oranges. That's for oranges. Can I fit all this into one of these boxes, maybe? No, not all of it. Some of it. Put these around. This in here. Go. And then put this in here. With this. Too perfect. All of these oranges. Good. No.
Kittens, are you real? How do I tell? How do I tell if you're real? You look like a Rio. Got blue fuzz in your mouth. I'll call you Rio. I don't know what's going on in here. I found a collar that doesn't even belong to any of you. How's that happen? You guys pulled all these feathers out of this bird already? Why don't you wait at least until it's given out? Kids. You're way ahead of this. Oh, put a mouse in here. Okay. General use, loomies, oranges, moss, wood. Oh, okay. right. Well, that's everything put up. And that's Mailbag. Thank you guys all so much for taking such wonderful care of the cats and kittens here at Kitten Academy. I really appreciate it. I know that the cats and kittens appreciate it. I know that the adopters appreciate it. Everybody appreciates it. So if you are watching on the archive, tune into the regular Kitten Academy live stream. If you're watching live, you don't have to go anywhere because we're not going anywhere either. That's it.